Hey there everyone, thanks for stopping by for today's perk review on the new Nightfall exclusive fusion rifle called Perk and its perk called Cornered. This is a brand new and very easy to obtain perk that can make certain situations against multiple targets fairly easy to counter back, and I wanted to go ahead and explore the pros and cons to using such a perk overall. Like mentioned, this is a brand new Season of the Splicer perk that can only roll on the Perk fusion, but over time will eventually appear on other fusions. Now the perk states that you gain faster charge time or draw time when surrounded by combatants, and the number for this to activate it is always 2, which is very generous and easy to achieve. You will know if the perk is active, as at the bottom left of the screen the perk will be shown and disappear when not in use. This perk from testing can be used in both PvE or PvP, but I would highly recommend you use this in PvP as that's where it will shine the most. Now the idea of being surrounded by multiple targets to activate it seems counterproductive for fusions, considering they require a pre-charge to get the drop onto players. Because of this delay, many players can get overwhelmed by other players the moment they take on one person, and by the time they fight back against the second person, it will be too late to counter. But this perk is actually very good at helping you to prevent such scenarios from happening to a degree. I have been playing around with this perk for a whole day non-stop in PvP, just to see how well it copes, and the perk has saved me in many 2v1 situations I would never have survived in if I didn't have it on. Its range now seems to be very generous in terms of activating, from roughly 5 to 6ish meters, and how much it affects our charge time can be compared to backup plan without the need of quickly swapping it in and out to activate it. The extra handling bonus is also quite nice and does help the weapon react quicker for those chaotic moments. The best way to describe this perk is that it acts like a mini backup plan, but better and less time consuming to act. Backup plan has been around since Destiny 1 and has always been a top rated perk to use in PvP for that quick charge time and handling it offers, but it requires you to swap it in and out to activate it. With the perk active, you could at least get 2 kills before it wears off, which in PvP means you can miss one and then easily follow up with a second. As you can probably tell, the perk is designed for PvP, but its duration is short and requires the user to think fast to make use of it. The problem with the duration is that other players can simply stay in their lane and wait for the duration to disappear on you, since there will be a delay to reactivate it again, or they can be aggressive and push up on you when you least expect it and not have enough time to switch. The aggressive playstyle can put a lot of pressure on the players and force them to act, but also cause them to miss their shots more. We do also have the kickstart perk that works similar to backup plan, but only requires the user to slide and activate. Same thing as mentioned earlier, great to use for quick calls, but considering how much of a risky playstyle you have to play to activate it, could lead to more deaths if you charge head first without planning out your route. This is why personally Cornered is a lot more better and safer to use. Its effects is generally the same as backup plan, but is passive and will turn on when 2 or more enemies are nearby you and can work even when you're behind a wall. On top of that, it doesn't have a duration timer to it and can activate on and off as long as you meet the requirements. Although yes, it requires 2 people to activate it while backup plan doesn't, you don't have to worry about needing to react to get the perk working and force yourself to commit. Another pro with the perk in something like PvP is that it will indicate if there is more than one player is present once active. Tactically, you can use this as a way to engage whether to push up or hang back if you're not sure what to do. The moment a player pops around the corner, you'll have the upper hand in charge time and can also get the first drop onto them. So overall, is the perk worth using? I want to say yes, but this will vary from where and how you plan to use it. The perk requires you to play risky and put yourself into a situation to where multiple enemies are to get the fullness out of it, but at the same time you don't have to play risky to get the perk to work. Simply playing like normal and letting other players do their own thing can be the best way to activate the perk multiple times. This can be looked at both good and bad, but the pros outweigh the cons by quite a lot. You can play this safe and stick with your teammates while engaging multiple enemies, and you'll still have the upper hand compared to backup plan and kickstart, which both requires the user to either fully commit or not. It's all about how and where you plan to use it for the fullness of the weapon. Maps that offer a lot of protection, such as objects or walls you can hide behind, will be the best place to activate the perk in a safe but effective manner. These types of maps will allow you to pre-charge safely and get the drop onto a player the moment they try to rush or come around the corner for you. I personally enjoy the perk as it's simple and easy to understand, and since I play a cautious playstyle, it fits right in for the type of person I am. It's not going to make a fusion rifle better than Oriental's or Exile's Curse, but it can compete and make a life being a fusion main a lot more better, and safer of course. So if you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like and a sub, and also follow me on Twitter to keep up to date with Destiny or Titanfall lore content if you did that type of stuff. Link is down below. But once again, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next one.